Welcome to the 20th Montgomery Summit. You're watching Monty TV. I'm Jackie Karsh, sitting down now with Frank Cordek. He's the Managing Director for DC Advisory. Frank, thank you so much for sitting down with me.
Thank you for having me.
With COVID, people weren't prepared for how much online shopping people were going to be doing. But now, 3 years in, people have really gotten their act together in the e-commerce world. Are you finding that clients who might have gone the traditional route of having a physical store are choosing to go online instead?
Anyone that I work with is doing something online. Maybe there's a few that are hybrid, and it's probably brands that have been around for a much longer period of time, and they realize they have to get online and they have to cut some stores just because of cost savings. But for the most part, it's a lot of the technology that's enabling, the commerce online. And there's just so much going on, whether it's at Shopify or Big Commerce that are helping some of the smaller brands really plug in and be on Amazon or get payment through their own site, or whether it's the enterprise point brands that they're utilizing. A lot of them are building their own. There's kind of some productized stuff that needs to be turnkey and fit for them, but then that way they don't really have to plug into 30 other different providers, and decouples, and it enables them really to have a little bit more of security around what they're doing, and also better and more efficient kind of way of doing everything.
What are some of the challenges when building out that e-commerce infrastructure?
Well, I think a lot of it is, and things are continuing to evolve, right? And a lot of it, I think, is just the infrastructure itself, right? A lot of these plug into a bunch of different other providers, and you're kind of at the will and the whim of what they can do for you. And it's never really kind of perfectly tailored for each type of provider. So there's just a lot of evolution and a lot of things changing with regard to kind of the tech that enables commerce. And certainly payments are a big deal, security is a big deal, but the actual kind of nuts and bolts of the infrastructure is changing as we're seeing things now.
Where do you see things trending?
Trending, I think that Amazon's obviously, the world's best, logistics company, but they just happen to sell things too, right? They're very good at it. And the reason why Amazon is just so great is because they have, 100,000 engineers. I'm obviously exaggerating, but they have a ton of engineers, and they have built this amazing platform internally that they use. And really anyone else, there's no one else that could really replicate that. And whenever folks do come up with things that are, I wouldn't say rival it, but they could be kind of additive to it, Amazon's just going to copy it, or they're going to acquire it, right? So, but Amazon doesn't really work for everyone. So there's a lot of folks that are really on kind of what I would consider, they're becoming antiquated systems. And it's a lot more of kind of the smaller retailers, the smaller brands, some of the enterprise brands. But I think more and more you're going to see them kind of converting over to kind of the technology that's really starting to shape and form right now.